and abilities of the students and is the most prestigious ceremony in the schedule of school events. I feel pride in saying this, that students, you are all privileged to be a part of Atomic Energy Central School, where emphasis is not only on academic rigor, but also on nurturing leaders of distinction, committed to spirit of excellence. Today, I am going to brief you about our School Students Council 2022 and our house system before we start our Investiture program. The Student Council is led by School Captain, School Vice Captain, CCA Captain, CCA Vice Captain, Sports Captain and Sports Vice Captain, House Captain and the House Captain from Secondary, Senior Secondary and the Primary section. Every color signifies some quality like strength, energy and leadership.
Secondary section, School Captain Naman Bajpayee. Secondary section, School Captain Ananya Goswami. Corporal Mihir Jadhav from 12th A carrying school flag. I request our Vice Principal Sir, Shri Ramanjanya, CCA In Charge Secondary, Mrs. Sanghamitra, Primary CCA In Charge, Mrs. Cecilia, Physical Education Teacher, Mrs. Snehal Parab, to receive the school flag from our Chief Guest and hand over to the newly appointed school captains. Secondary section, School Vice Captain Netra Modi from 11th B. Here comes the primary children. Primary section, School Captain Atre B. And primary section, School Captain Sanvi Garg from 5th G. Secondary section, CCA Captain Yash D. Pawar from 12th B. Secondary section, CCA Captain Ishita Teltumbade from 12th A. We have primary section CCA captains. Primary Primary Section CCA Captain Pranesh Kundu from 5th E. And Primary Section CCA Captain Adhya Paul. Children are marching smartly, ready to own up the newly invested responsibilities. We have secondary section, CCA Vice Captain Prabuddha Basu from 11th B, and secondary section CCA Vice Captain Saloni and Parab from 11th B. Now CCA Vice Captains from primary section. Advait Denny from 4th F and Harshika Kondal from 4th E. Now it's the time for sports captain. Today being sports day, it's expected that you have a big responsibility and you will do it in dignified manner. We have secondary section sports captain Sai S. Kedar from 12th C and secondary section sports captain Spruha Fanashia from 12th B. Now, primary section. Sports captain. Dhruv Verma from 5th E. Primary section sports captain Advita Singh from 5th F. It's time for sports vice captains of secondary as well as primary. So we have and Sakshi Shinde from 11th C. Now we have primary section, sports vice captain, Karthik Dev Bhatia from 10th G. Secondary section, Blue House captain Parnika Mishra from 10th F. Corporal Sujit Raman from 12th B is carrying Blue House flag, accompanied by Blue House in charge secondary Mrs. Rani Shastri and primary Blue House in charge Mrs. M. Pushpalata, to receive the flag from our chief guest and hand over to the newly appointed captains. What a proud moment for house in charges as well as for the newly appointed captains. Primary section, Blue House captain is ready to receive the badges. Blue House captain, primary section, Radhika Kataria from 5th F. Primary section, Blue House vice captain, Sanskriti Singh from 4th G. House secondary section captains are here. Secondary section, Greenhouse, Abhinav and Utsa. Secondary section, Blue House, Vice Captain Agni Style. And secondary section, Blue House Captain Shashwat Gautam from 9th G, receiving their badges. Secondary section, Greenhouse Captain Abhinav Kaushal from 10th F. Secondary section, Greenhouse Captain Secondary section, Greenhouse Captain Utsa Das Gupta. We have Corporal Mihir Jadhav, 12th A, carrying Greenhouse flag, along with Greenhouse in charge secondary Mrs. Neelam Sharma and primary House in charge Mrs. Caroline to receive the Greenhouse flag from the chief guest and hand over to the newly appointed captains. A big round of applause. Come on, children of Greenhouse. Greenhouse Captain, Primary Section, Vaibhavi Kamble, 5th G. Primary Section, Greenhouse Vice Captain, Aryav Prabhakar, 4th G. Aryav Prabhakar, 4th G. Now we have secondary section Greenhouse Vice Captains ready to receive their badges. Secondary section Greenhouse Vice Captain Harshvardhan Rana, 9th F, and Sayuri Cadet Sanjeev from 11th A carrying Red House flag along with House in Charges Secondary Mr. Yuva Suryavanshi and Primary Red House in Charge Mrs. Kunjit Kaur. I request them to receive the Red House flag from Chief Guest and hand over to the newly appointed captain. Come on children, show some josh. Red House presents. It's turn for the primary section to receive their badges. Smiling, marching, ready to receive primary section warehouse captain Adrija Chowdhury from 5th G. And primary section warehouse vice captain Aratrika Ghosh from 4th G. Vice captain, we are ready. Aaron Wilson from 9th F. And secondary section Red House Vice Captain Swapnali Datta from 9th G. Yellow House Captain Arav Agrawal from 10th E. Secondary section Yellow House Captain Ojaswini Rawat from 10th G. Corporal Kritik Salvi from 12th C carrying Yellow House flag, along with Yellow House in charges, secondary section, Shri S.K. Chakma, and primary Yellow House in charge, Srimati Manjurani. Request them to receive the flag from Chief Guest and hand over to the newly appointed captain. Yellow House children, आवाज नहीं आने मुझे. Come on. Vice Captain are here, marching in a dignified manner. Primary section Yellow House Captain Anandita Singh from 5th E. And primary section Yellow House Vice Captain Arohi Kumar from 4th G. Yellow House Vice Captain Eklavya Veralkar from 9th E. And secondary section Yellow House Vice Captain Mia Lal. Thank you very much, sir. Please take your seat. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. Then you become a leader. Success is all about growing others. So we move to this much awaited oath taking ceremony, a solemn and dignified gesture held in our school. Oath simply means what we believe in. It retaliates us on our roles and responsibilities, implying greater care than usual in the act of performance of one's duty. Now, we have all our newly elected young all the house flags along with school flag. ready. And
The school appointees do solemnly swear that we will diligently execute and will to the best of our abilities uphold, promote and support the ideas, activities and constitution of AECS-4. We pledge that we will work and succeed and will always protect and enhance the dignity of our school.
congratulations to all the newly appointed students of our school student council. What an amazing atmosphere and energy of our students.
Secretary AECS, Mr. Govardhan, all school principals, and my dear students. At the outset, I really want to thank all of you for giving me this beautiful invitation card. I don't know who has made it, but whoever has made it really nice. And I'm very happy to receive it. Children, I really want to tell you one thing. I don't know whether you people know it or not, or believe me or not. You have the powers to forge the future of this country and the future of the mankind. Altogether different solutions of the problem they come out. And people with brilliant, just because of their brilliant minds, they have done great discoveries in life. I don't know how many of you know how the velocity of light was measured for the first time? Any ideas? Anybody having any idea? And both of them are carrying a lantern with an aperture, right? So the idea was that they could, even when there were no great gadgets, available in them. So the limit always lies in your mind. There are no physical limits. The limits are always there in your mind. If you can think, you can do it, you can do it. That is just about the message which I really want to give to all people. I'll give you a small example just to open up your mind. In India, we have great machines were there so many years ago. 2,000 years ago, many things they had written, which we can do it very easily with the mathematics that is available with us. Did you know that if you add odd number series, you keep on getting perfect squares? You know that? Very good. See, you add 1 plus 3, you get 4. You added 2 numbers, so you get square of 2. You add 1 plus 3 plus 5, you added 3 numbers, so you get square of 3, that is 9. You add 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, you get 16. You added 4 numbers, you get square of 4. So these things are written in our books, long years ago, 2,000 years ago, because of their amazing minds, people could write some things which are absolutely amazing even for us now. I'll give you one more example just to open up your minds. In Vedic mathematics, there is a concept known as Bijang. That means if you add a number, digits of a particular number, the number you get is called Bij of the original number. Okay, like for example, you take 72. 72 is 7 plus 2 is 9. So the Bijang of 72 is 9. Okay. So the Vedic mathematics, or the scholars to the 2,000 years ago they said that, any operation you carry out on the main numbers, same operation if you carry out on their regions, the answers have to tally. 12 into 13, how is it? 156, correct? Now you see, 156, you add all the digits. 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 is 1 and 1 plus 2 is again 3. Correct? And 12 is 1 plus 3 is 1 plus 2 is 3. And 13 is 3 plus 1 is 4, 3 4 plus 12. And again the answer is 3. So these are the beautiful, wonderful things which are people have told 2,000 years ago. And this is a